Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shred Show Live. I can't tell you. You know what? I get excited. Y'all know me because I love doing this. I have so much passion, so much excitement for what we do here. Being able to help all of you in the mortgage industry get better and prepare yourself for what is coming and what is already happening. But the two women I have joining me for episode number 5 of Women in Mortgage Technology are two of the absolute best. And the one in particular, Sara Holtz, I've been trying to get on the show for months and months and months, and she finally agreed to come on and share her incredible knowledge and expertise with us. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? It is time to shred. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shred Show Live. Like I said in the intro, I cannot tell you how excited I am to have these two incredible women joining me. And more importantly, you all know how much I love marketing and how much I love sales. But today, we're having a conversation that really can help each and every one of you focus on what's right and what's important, staying connected, what's driving business organically, and how to maximize ROI, because we all know that's a big part of our conversation. And today, I'm joined by VP of Sales, Patty Canady, and VP of Demand Marketing, Sara Holtz from ICE Mortgage Technology. And we're going to be talking about some of the things that truly are going to help you. Effective collaboration, leadership, developing meaningful relationships, and long-lasting relationships with your customers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go have some fun. Ladies, good morning and welcome to the Shred Show. How are you both?
Good morning. Just excited to be here.
I'm excited to have both of you here. And Sara in particular, I have been trying for months to I'm like, Sara, you have so much to offer. Come on. And she just kept putting up. She's like, no, there are others. Like, I want you to talk with these ladies. And I'm just like, I know. And we've had amazing conversations, but she's finally here live and in person. So let's dive into our conversation because we have so much to cover today. So let's kind of get into it. Before we get into the meat and the potatoes of this conversation, talking about marketing, talking about sales, I want to get to know you both a little bit because you both have amazing careers. Both of you have spent so much time within the mortgage industry, dedicating yourselves to all of our incredible friends, all the incredible consumers within the industry. But tell us about how long have you been in the industry? How did you get your start in the industry? What has helped you get here today? Sara, let's start with you.
Thanks, Josh. Well, first, I hope I can live up to all the hype you just gave. And you can thank Patty for bringing me on. She's amazing, and she finally convinced me to do it. So thank you, Patty. Also, I'm really looking forward to partnering with you. It's the best of all worlds. I've actually been in the financial industry since 2003, although I think that's dating me, and maybe I shouldn't have given the year on that one. But I was working for Monster.com, if you remember that, the recruiting firm, in the creative and marketing team. And I got married, and my husband lived out in California. So a new state, thinking, okay, what do I do now? And ended up coming into credit union marketing. And as part of that, just fell in love with helping our members figure out what they could do financially for all of their financial challenges, and thought, wow, I've actually found something that not only leveraged my skills, but also gave a purpose. And it just was so amazing. So over the years, my role has evolved, and I ended up with Legacy Ellie Mae and loved working on the marketing communications team for mortgage technology, which ultimately gets people into homes. And so have been there ever since.
That's awesome. It's so fun to hear those origin stories from a credit union to Ellie and now ICE. Like it's all simple. None of us planned on getting in the industry. None of us are like, yes, we're going to be mortgage professionals when we grow up. What about you, Patty? Well, as a little girl, I could see you like, hey, you know what? I'm going to be in the mortgage industry one day. I'm going to help people on that journey of home ownership.
If it were that simple, I think that would be a great story too. But if Sara dates herself, I'm really going to date myself. This is my 30th year in financial services software.
Wow.
So, but I'll just tell you, I'm a weird VP of sales because I come from the software side. So I started out in systems integration for financial services and then ended up switching over to work for a national bank and over like 12 years, worked my way up through various different roles there and became the CTO of a national bank. And we owned a $2.4 billion mortgage company. So when we bought it, I dug in there and learned everything I could about it. And, the next logical step was I ended up working for one of my vendors, which happened to be, I don't know if anybody remembers DataTrack, but DataTrack back in the day. So I actually have been on this side of the desk since 2007 and came over in the DataTrack acquisition. So, have been on the lender side of the desk, evaluating software and managing those and implementations. And now I get to help people through that process here. So again, it's the end goal is we're getting borrowers and members into homes. And so there's a purpose to what we do.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You just got to set it up because that is exactly it. No matter how we got our start in the industry, whether it's through credit unions, whether it's through software, technology, all of us, everybody listening to this show, everybody here, that is all of our end goal is to help consumers achieve that dream of home ownership. And that's exactly, we're going to be talking about the partners that ICE is working with and how we can all better do that because we are in an evolving market. We're always in a changing market. We're going to talk a lot more about that. But Patty, I want to stay with you for a second because you've recently taken on a new role. And what are you and your team focusing on now in 2023 in particular?
Well, we all know about the market challenges. We'll talk about that stuff a little bit later, but our focus really is partnering with our current customers to make sure that they're leveraging the tools they have. Because you guys know the last couple of years have been crazy. There are like features and functions that are there in our systems that people probably aren't using. And by using all that stuff, they really can become more efficient. And the more efficient you are, the lower your costs. It lowers your overhead costs. And it gives you the opportunity to really start positioning yourself for when things turn, because now's the time to do that. Once the market turns, it'll be too late to do a lot of things that are going to help you be able to take advantage of that. So now's that period. So we're focusing on that with our current clients. And I'm also, I place them over our new sales group. And so as we're talking to prospects who are out there, we're really taking the time to focus and listen to them and understand where they are and, where they're struggling now and how we can help them be better positioned to not only, make it today, but be prepared to, when things turn, do 30% more with the same number of people.
Oh, I love that. And that is just it, is like, we have to start maximizing. We have to really start looking at our efforts. And Sarah, that's why these two things, when we first started having this conversation around sales and marketing, how they go hand in hand now more than ever, your team in particular is supporting the sales, is supporting that. So how are you supporting these sales initiatives?
Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to say something that may be shocking to a lot of people listening, but people don't actually want to feel marketed to. And I know that seems ironic since I'm in marketing, but the reality is it's not a one size fit all. And we want to focus on informing and engaging people who happen to be our customers. So our team connects to customers for information and understanding in the clearest way possible, so current and future customers can make the best informed decisions. Because of that, we have to stay completely aligned with Patty's team. So we actually know who our customers are, know their needs, know what they're looking for, and what solutions might be out there to match with that, to then communicate with them on their options. We achieve together that connective tissue that you absolutely need as sales and marketing to have the best case scenario.
Ooh, now you mentioned something here that I want to kind of continue to build on. And Sarah, I want you to kind of expand on this because it really sounds like both of you are aligned on how you're approaching the year ahead. But we all know, 2022 has kind of shown us all that things can change. I think the one constant in the mortgage industry is change. And in the year ahead, that's no exception. It's just going to continue to happen. So what approaches are you taking in particular to maintain that alignment between marketing and sales throughout 2023?
Well, fortunately, Patty and I are fundamentally aligned on the purpose of what we're doing. And so with our joint objective of helping customers be more successful, you're already set for success yourselves and alignment. The reality becomes evolving your tactics and logistics as business changes or as things change that enable you or necessitate you kind of maneuvering that. And it's funny, we were just having a conversation earlier this week about how we might evolve, how we connect as teams and with our teams in 23. So it's the tried and true method of communication, right? Making sure that you're communicating what campaigns, what programs, what strategic content is out there that Patty's team can leverage. And then in return, we're eager to know, again, about our customers. We're looking at building relationships with them. We want to have the most effective engagement. We have programs where, we actually want customers to participate and it's not just words on paper. And so making sure that we're staying in communication with her team and understanding what's going on has been the best tactic.
Oh, I love that. So Patty, I want you to kind of expand on that as well. We've kind of heard Sarah's side of it with her team, but what approaches are you that are helping you to stay aligned with that?
Well, and I think that the key word is communication, and that's really what makes us effective. We show up every day. As things change, we have to be I love it. We have to be very aware, and we intentionally communicate. So we have a regular cadence where our teams meet. We're going to stay, back and forth, because some of the best ideas come from conversations. This is something that we can do. It's not, it's hey, we're thinking about this. How could we, those type of brainstorming. And if you're not intentional about communication, then it does make it hard to stay aligned. But given everything that we're doing and the fact that we are aligned on our purpose, I don't want to say it makes it easy, but it really does. It's the way we operate. So it's very, I'm excited about what the teams are going to do together in 2023.
You mentioned something that really gets me excited: intentional communication. Sometimes I think it's just like, oh, well, we're communicating, we're communicating with our consumers, we're communicating with our customers, but are we? Like, we may think it because we're always busy, we're always in the thick of it. And, sometimes we may not be. So teams need to be aligned. Teams need to be having that communication, but are you really doing it? That makes me, that's a whole conversation in itself, Patty. I'm glad you brought that up. But as marketing and sales leaders, you're both very, very intimately familiar with the challenges that the housing market is facing right now. And again, I like to say challenges, however you want to look at it, there's always opportunity, but how are you actually helping customers? And Patty, I want to stay with you for a second. How are you helping your customers, consumers navigate the situations of today's market?
Well, we know how the market is right now, and it is different, but having been in it for 30 years, it is a cyclical market. So we're keenly aware of where we are now. And so we want to understand, as partners, because we do partner with our clients. And the only way to do that is to understand where they are and what they're facing, and what, each one may have some different challenges. I spoke a little bit earlier about helping them leverage what they have, seeing if there are other opportunities there, and really partnering them to go, well, here's where we are now. What is your plan when things start to turn? So it's never really about what's happening today. It's about, like, this is where we are today, but where do you see yourself next year? And how can we help you get there? How can we help you be prepared for what comes next? Because there are, everybody here probably sees all the mergers and acquisitions and everything that are going on. And those are things that we're even partnering with our customers through, because anytime you're bringing teams together, we've all been through that situation. It's very important, again, to be intentional about how you do it, and to be as efficient as you can, and to keep your focus on using the resources you have in the best ways possible. So we do a lot about helping them become more efficient and recognize more ROI. And Sarah's team has done a lot in terms of helping us to see what the ROI is for each of these things, and, each of the products we have. And when you put them together, it's even better. So we're really listening to where clients are, to where they want to be, and sort of, holding hands through that journey to move us all forward, so that when things do turn, because we know they will. History has shown us this happens typically every 7 to 8 years. We're a little overdue, but this is a natural part of our process. It's our building period. So we want to make sure that we're with you to help build the future of where you're planning to go. So, I think we kind of have to look at it as opportunity for our clients to re-envision who they are and what they want to do. And where are they on their delivery of the borrower journey or the member journey, depending on which side of the, which type of company you come from, and how can we help them continue to move along that journey, even in times when volumes are down. because you can't, you don't stop working. You keep every day doing your best so that when you are prepared and ready to go when things turn. So we want to help them get ready.
Ooh, there's a lot that you said in there. I mean, you talked about efficiency, you talked about partnership, you talked about ROI, which I want to talk about here in just a second. But Sara, I want to kind of hear your side of this as well, because there's so much that, the sales team is doing, but also the marketing side. How are you helping your customers? How are you helping customers navigate today's market?
Yeah, Josh. Well, the future of marketing is actually the core of it, which is people. And our market has the opportunity right now to reconnect and realign to the purpose we keep talking about, no matter what the market is. Remember, someone always will need a mortgage, whatever the market is doing. So you have, moving for a job, family situations that change, life circumstances. So no matter what cyclical part of the market we're in, we still have to be focused on delivering the best borrower journey, right? As an industry. And when the pandemic occurred and we had that extensive volume, the borrower journey was kind of not the point of it. And there's no better time than now for people to really look at what their borrower journey is for each and individual borrower, and create that journey for them at the next stage. And then we can't overlook younger borrowers. So we've got a whole crew of millennials coming in who are now entering the market, and they don't have an understanding of a cyclical market. They have an understanding of, I want this done in the way I'm expecting it to be done. And so with that in mind, that's how we're approaching telling the stories around today's market and market challenges is be game time ready, right? Be game time ready for the next borrower, for the next wave, whatever that might be. And I think it's an appropriate time because my team is actually, well, not just my team, I should say the entire marketing team is dedicated and working on ICE experience for February 27th through March 1st. And so I am going to plug it right now, to get a shout out to the team, but also because that's one great way that we are helping our customers is a one and done. Come in, and I know I said at the beginning it's not one and done, but okay, I'm going to change that for ICE experience. And come in and really learn a lot and take some great sessions.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear that ICE experience. We're coming back in February in Las Vegas. It's going to be nice and warm down there, wherever you got. I'm here in Utah, and it's snowing like crazy here. So I'm excited to get out of the snow and head down to Las Vegas for an incredible ICE experience. You guys the team does an amazing job. So looking forward to being a part of that again. I want to touch on something, and Patty, I want to come back to you for a second with this, because you mentioned ROI, and this is just something, this can be strewn in so many different ways. It's top of mind for everybody right now. It is just people are very, very, very conscientious of budgets. So, and unfortunately, in trying markets, we tend to see companies reduce those budgets. They tend to focus their shifts and grow business organically. How are you helping? You mentioned the journey. How are you helping your customers with that journey of maximizing their budgets and getting the most out of their ROI in this upcoming year?
Well, I'll talk about a couple of things, but one of them is going to be experience. Experience is a wonderful opportunity for customers to come together. The Ellie Mae network of vendors are typically there, our partner vendors. So, credit, anything that you can think of that plugs into the mortgage process and is an integral part of it, they're going to be there. They can see us, they can see them, they can network with other lenders, they can do all these things in one place. Not to mention this year, we actually have more sessions than we have had in the past. So there are opportunities for education. There's opportunities for them to explore other lines of business. If they're thinking of expanding their offerings because of the changes in the market, that's one of the things that we do every year. Hopefully the pandemic kind of got us off the in-person schedule, but last year it was awesome to be back in person with everyone. And we're already talking about and looking forward to our customer program. We have a prospect program there that we've, of course, worked very tightly hand in hand with Sara's team to make sure that, we're giving our prospects and clients, opportunity to just learn as much as they can, find things that they can better leverage what they have. So I think that that's a wonderful opportunity. We also help them sit back, because when aside from experience, speaking more about ROI, when business is so fast, like it was in 20 and 21, there's too much going on to stop and really assess where you are.
Sure.
Now is really that time to take a step back and take a look and go, okay, so am I doing everything that I need to do to really support my borrowers on their journey? Is there something that I can do that's going to help them get through that process better that maybe I didn't even have time to think about in the last couple of years? So now's the time to build that. Now's the time to go, okay, where am I? What have I prepared and supported my borrowers to do? And how can I do that better? And by the way, how much am I spending today to do that? And can I do more with that same spend?
I absolutely love this. And Sara, you and your team know, being on the marketing side of it, there are companies who are going to be cutting back. They're going to be looking at that budget. And Patty, the things that you just mentioned, I love that we keep going back to partnerships. And something that ICE has done so well is listening to their partners and really helping them understand, what is most important right now. Patty, you even mentioned looking at the process, looking at what is going to help them be efficient, what's going to help them be effective. And Sara, with your brilliance, with your knowledge of marketing, now more than ever, like, marketing teams need to be thinking of it. Like, how are you helping those clients that you're working with, your partners you're working with, navigate and really be conscientious of their ROI in this upcoming year?
Well, I mean, it comes down to numbers, right? And so we're, very aware and very articulate about what you can actually save. And again, this is back to that where it isn't one size fits all. And so it's about creating the content, creating the initiatives and the programs that showcase for that individual customer or that individual potential customer what kind of ROI they might get. But Patty hit on something that I think we also do. So it's not just about new customers. It's about leveraging what you have and making sure that you're maximizing what you have. And in reality, for customers, that's the first step. Are you looking under the hood? Are you making sure that you are maximizing the things, that the tech stack that you already have, for this borrower journey? And then assess what parts you might need after that. But so there's two challenges, though, that marketers face right now. So one is making sure that we can dial in the ROI in a shifting market, right, where that ROI might change. Now, per borrower, it might be the same. And so we can tell that story of the journey that we're talking about a lot. However, the second thing is, I've heard it mentioned, we're in the attention era. And I have found that really true. No matter what industry you market in, it is a cluttered, loud, lots of technology coming at you, emails throughout the day, and industry challenge. And so as marketers, you really have to figure out not only what you're saying that might resonate or make a difference, but how you're saying it and how you're delivering it. And ultimately, that's our biggest challenge as a team, is to make sure what we're doing, how we're doing it, is effective and making a difference for our customers.
Oh, you gave me goosebumps there. So, like, legitimately, because I'm all about attention. Shred is an attention and impact agency. That's what we like. We're not marketing. We're not PR. It's about attention. But you mentioned something so critical in that, like, it's the right messaging. What are you sharing with not your audience? Forget about the word audience, ladies and gentlemen. You got to forget, because an audience is somebody you're speaking at. Your community is people you're speaking with. Going back to what you said earlier, Patty, it's having those conversations, listening to it, collaborating with them. And both Sara and Patty, both of you have shared that on such an incredible level. Everybody listening to this, you should have your notepads filled up, because everything we've shared up to this point is just like all of you can benefit from. And as we start to kind of wrap this conversation up, I want to talk about something that I know both of you have seen so immensely within your teams, is a lot of wins, a lot of successes. So I'd love to hear, and Sara, let's start with you on this one. What's something that you're proud of that you and your team have accomplished this last year, and how you're able to celebrate those wins right along with those accomplishments?
Well, I'm really proud of the team. So our team is just amazing. We're the content, communications, multi-channel marketing, and growth marketing teams. So we came together a year ago as one team, and we have just aligned amazingly on exactly what I've been sharing today. And the output is showing in how we're actually helping our customers move the dial and helping Patty's team with that goal. And so that is definitely something to celebrate for us, is the evolution of us as a team and where we want to take that from here. As a marketing team, we're about that connected conversation, like you just talked about, with the community. Again, I reiterate, we are not about talking at people. We're talking to people. We're talking with people. We're sharing the insights to help them make better decisions. And fundamentally, that's something to really celebrate, because you're part of an industry where you have a purpose as well as leveraging your skills. I mean, that is a very cool thing to be a part of.
It really is. We mentioned that as we were getting ready for this call. Everybody in the mortgage industry, we sometimes, especially in challenging times, we all may be struggling a little bit more than, like we mentioned, 20 and 21, but we all have this incredible opportunity to help people achieve that dream of homeownership. That's what we're all in this for. Patty, as Sara has shared, I want to kind of hear some of the things that your team, that you're proud of, that you guys have accomplished. I know you with this new role, but you've continued to see successes as well, and how you're celebrating those.
Well, I am so blessed. I have such a wonderful team, and I'm so proud of everything that they've been able to accomplish, even in what has been a challenging year. Because I mean, we're hand in hand in this with our clients and partners. If it's challenging for them, it's challenging for us, and we've been looking to one another to find ways to work better together. I have a wonderful team of experienced people. I mean, some of them have been in the industry longer than I have. And, we have almost no turnover in my sales and client management groups. And it's such a blessing to have them here, to have their wealth of experience. We've done a lot of consulting, if you will, just a lot of brainstorming conversations with clients. And I love your slogan. We have showed up every day and hustled and repeated, we just, every day we're doing the very best that we can to partner with our clients, to partner with our prospects. We've been able to help a lot of prospects, really align their vision with what they're going to be doing over the next couple of years by taking advantage of the things that ICT has to offer. And it's just exciting to see, we're making a difference in their everyday operational lives, because it is, they are moving to something that is going to be more efficient for them. There's less steps. They're better able to support their borrowers and their members. And, again, it all goes back to we're helping them help people get into a home. And
one last thing I want to throw in there, just adding on to what Patty said, is we have to also give a shout out to some of our customers, and who you are, who have really helped us through participating in spotlights and case studies and testimonials, and I mean, so many things throughout the year to really help other people, other of their peers, experience the same benefits and success that they have. And the willingness of our customers to do that cannot go unmentioned. So I just wanted to give that thanks and gratitude as well.
And if you have the opportunity to be involved in experience and to join it, it is such an opportunity to meet those rock star customers who have really helped us with feedback and how to make things better along the way, and have been willing to, talk to other customers. It's just a wonderful opportunity to meet such wonderful people who have done amazing things in the industry and with the tools that we provide.
Ladies.
So we'll see you there, right, Josh?
I say Shred's gonna be there. We're gonna be at ICE Experience. You bet you are. We're gonna be there, and we hope to see all of you there. As they both have mentioned, the collaboration, the opportunity to come together now more than ever, ladies and gentlemen. As both these ladies have shared, we need to support each other. We are there to continue to have these conversations, to continue to support the growth, but we can only do it together as an industry, helping one another. That's how we succeed. Sara, Patty, thank you so much for sharing all that you have. This is one of those episodes that has continued to enlighten, to continue to share the knowledge, and to help all of us together. So ladies, you are absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for everything you've shared today.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Guys, this is what we are all about. This is what here at Shred and ICE Mortgage Technology continues to do, is to help us, is to help you continue to better yourselves as an organization, continue to think about the things that are going to help you grow and thrive in this upcoming year. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. And if you ever have questions or if you ever need help, make sure you reach out to these incredible ladies and their teams, because they're here for you. Until next time, we hope you have a great day. And don't forget to shred, show up, hustle, repeat every day. See ya.